Hello everyone, it is Stephen and Andrea from Pin in the Atlas, and once again we're out up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, and we stumbled upon another mining operation.
Now, we don't know anything about this place. I don't know whether or not it's officially a ghost town or just a mining camp. I haven't been able to do any research because we've got no internet. This was one of those impromptu pins that we saw on the map driving along. So let's explore.
So one of the first little things that we'll look at here is a little cabin. That is really worse for wear. It's going to start looking like the one right next to it here pretty soon. It's taking an absolute beating.
Now, we have had a little walk around, and all of the wood structures, apart from this one, are totally dilapidated and just a pile of wood on the floor. Now, there is a little structure over here that I think is interesting. Let's take a look.
And you got some fabric hanging off the tree there. So you got an old pair of, that's a shirt, some gloves, and a pair of pants. Definitely different. And then here, is this an entrance to a oh no, it's not. Maybe dynamite storage? So you got some hinges here on the left, bottom and top. And you got some more. Is this another doorway? So there was another door on here. So I am thinking this was probably for explosives.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Cool.
So there's two doors.
Two doors.
Oh, let's look on the side here. Just seen some numbers. I wonder what that's all about.
Maybe the amount of packages that they've got.
Yeah, possibly. Is there anything else around? No, can't see anything.
This place, everywhere you look, there's just tailing piles or cart tracks and things. So there's a big pile right there on the left. We're gonna make our way up to that building, check it out. Then you can see there's more massive tailings and that huge ore bin over that way. Yep, their water supply. That's pretty neat. The pipes are still down in there. They've taken the valves and everything off.
And then up on the top of the hill, you can see that they did have electricity. So like I said, I don't know whether this was a mining camp or a ghost town. Now, I don't know if the viewers remember what constitutes a ghost town is when there was a post office and then the post office closed. If it didn't have a post office, it was never officially a town.
So just a mining camp.
Just a mining camp, yeah.
building. See a lot of wood framing around the outside. So I wonder if this was like the electrical room, or maybe where a bunch of plumbing was. We'll might have a better idea once we get up in there.
It's empty. A few pipes. Sturdily built though.
Pipes, looks like water pipes for sure.
Mineral, county, power system.
Very cool. And outside here, there's the head frame. There's a remains of an insulator up there.
This is a strange little building. Come take a look. So obviously some sort of machinery was kept in here. You've got grooves on the ground with little holes going out, and lots of little holes in the wall for, I don't know, electric cables maybe? These are metal pipes.
Right.
And then this bit, the next couple, are totally open. You got this piece of metal
Bracket there.
on the wall, yeah. You get a good view
Of the whole area. So we've got another, looks like building and a half to explore over that direction.
And I also noticed up to the left there's a big water tower. And I'm not sure on the top of that hill up there whether or not that's a building or just rocks. So still lots more to explore.
Come down is the bottom side of the ore bin. Just see the amount of work that went into building that.
It's still in really good condition too.
I think part of that's because it's a little bit hard to get up close to.
And also the remoteness of the place.
The remoteness and just the timbers. We can peek up the chute here.
Anything in it?
There's a little bit of material up in there. Not much. See that building way up at the top? We were in there. That's housed the machinery, obviously, for this stamp mill. Right here to the side. And as we mentioned in Belmont, this is pretty much all we ever get to see out of the remains of the mills, just the cement foundations. So,
But for a size comparison, you can also check out our video on Blair Ghost Town Revisited.
yeah, that's true. That was a 120 stamp mill, right?
Uh-huh. We'll put the link up there. I've just found some glass. It's really, really thick. It's a really pretty blue colour. But this piece has got the letter C on it. but so thick. And then I found, I don't know whether or not that belongs to it. It kind of possibly does. I don't know if you can see that. Haha, see.
Pardon the pun.
You see that?
You can sort of make it out.
But look how thick it is. Size comparison for my little finger.
So that's quite substantial.
And it's blue.
So it's been out here for a while.
Now they've obviously had a fire here again. You've got a lot of charred, so...
Right, like you mentioned up top, so...
Electrical fire.
Which is always the downfall of all these mining sites and ghost towns. Fire.
Now how big would you say this stamp mill was? Because Blair was 120, so this would
Between 10 and 20, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
You can correct us if we're wrong.
It looks like this whole place went up in flames. It's all charred. All the machinery is all bent. All the wood's burnt.
There's a lot here.
So I think this stamp mill was totally destroyed in a fire.
Yeah, a lot of this metal looks, like you said, charred and bent, distorted from maybe the heat.
You know, you've got sort of like an old wheel here, kind of like a hand wheel. Some tins, old barrels, mishmash. But even the pipes and the metal is kind of like all bent, like it's been in a heat, you know, very, very hot heat that's made it buckle. Take a look at this little handle, this. And you can see where it's all burnt down here. I wonder what that was for.
Yeah, it's on just a door there. Yeah, because that's not a pipe. That's a piece of all thread.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the size of this pipe here. It's pretty big. And the bolts and all the rusting away metal. It's cool to see these buildings. I mean, it's always impressive. You just go walking around the corner up a wash, and then these buildings just come into view. We want to see these still standing for other people to come and enjoy.
Okay, round nail. So obviously 1900s. Now this looks like workbenches.
Very solid workbench right there.
Huge. Size comparison.
Bunch of nails on top. You can still smell some oil. And look at, okay, we'll start over here.
The rail cart tracks.
Or cart tracks. So, where do these go off to?
They go down there.
Make a turn.
To that...
behind that fencing over there. Oh, there's a pit. Okay, we'll have to check that out in a minute.
These are ore car samples.
Core samples?
Yeah, what did I say? Ore car. So.
Cool. This is a lot like Nivlock.
Nivlock had hundreds and hundreds of
Every
core
building
samples.
was just chock full of them.
The one thing with these is there's never a date on it, so you can never... I don't know what all these numbers are, what they mean. Perhaps somebody could tell us. And how do you date when these core samples were taken? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, I would too. And then also being able to read the rock to see what's valuable and what really isn't. Because that's the thing that I've always been kind of curious about. So say you pulled up this core sample and you looked at it and said, oh, there's nothing here. But a half an inch to the side of that, there could be a huge gold deposit. So I don't really know how that works or how many times you drill in an area to determine if there's anything there or not.
Or following the veins.
Right.
Well, this is quite sturdy. I mean, all of these have got these are railroad ties, aren't they?
Yep. Certainly are.
Wax.
Wax impregnated. And look, the chain link fence is still intact. So this was the special area.
Now, I've
Caged
never
it off.
seen this in an ore cart. I said it again. In a sample place. So they've been heating something.
And the smoke would go out, right. Don't know what process that is.
And I've also just seen...
Okay, yeah, it's like a lock ring.
And then
A lock washer.
I'm glad you know the terminology, because I don't.
And then more core samples here.
And then out to the cart.
Back outside.
To the railings.
Oh, some more samples over here in this little cubby. And then we walked up, we're gonna look over the edge, and then realized all the cement where the ore cart tracks is, that's undercut. So it's been worn away underneath, and that drops a long way down. So that's one of the hidden dangers. You can see the wood is all really collapsing. So this could give way at any moment.
If you come around this side, you can see how the cement and the ore cart tracks have been undercut. So really dangerous.
Yeah.
And I was actually standing on that before we realized.
And you can see how the concrete, it's just chipping away and crumbling. That's from the amount of water, rainwater, things, the wind blowing against it. So that's not the sturdiest thing to be standing on any longer.
All right, let's throw a rock down and see. Rock in hand.
Nice sizable rock.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. That got caught on a ledge.
Oh, still going.
Still going. Oh, did you hear that?
There.
Oh no, it's still going.
Still rolling.
So that must be a couple of 100 feet maybe.
Yeah, that's quite a good hole.
So if you fell down there, you wouldn't be getting up in a hurry.
Nope.
Just another hidden dangers of the mine place. Now really we feel that this should have one of those really huge grates.
The metal grate over the top.
Yeah, because it's not just humans, it's also animals that might venture in and take a tumble.
Yep.
So let's get out of this bit.
And this big tank here, best guess is for water. You can get a size comparison. 5'3.5" Andrea.
Yep, and that 1/2 inch is really important.
And then that tank, like we said, we're imagining it's water. Could very well be wrong, but that is immense to bring up here. I'm sure those were on train wheels at one point to be transported out here.
That is huge, isn't it?
That is. It's like a submarine right there.
And you think we ended up having to dump Tonto?
Yeah, part of the road was washed out. It was just a little bit too deep for us to cross. We would have gotten stuck for sure, so we had to leave him behind. And we've got a long way to hike back.
We
Maybe
do
we'll
indeed.
we'll go up to the top there and give an overview. There's one more shack down there we've got to explore on our way out. But you can see the remains of the mill orb in the background. And there's more roads that zigzag up over here. I think it's a little too much for us to get to today. Like we just mentioned, we had quite an extensive hike in here. It was on a road, so it's, we didn't have to clamber up boulders or anything like that, but we walked quite a ways. And look at that valley.
That just goes to show the remoteness of the place.
It is, we're way out here. There's a head frame down over there. We're gonna explore on our way out too. Then out in that direction somewhere, over those hills yonder, is Tonto. All kinds of upset we didn't get to bring him up here. And here you can see more of the extent of all these tailings. Ooh, that was a strong gust. And back to where we started.
Oh, and look what I just found. I don't know how old it is.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't have said it was that old, really, because I would have thought the weather would have damaged it more.
Yeah, it's
So
still
is that a
pretty good.
snuff?
So
Or is that chewing tobacco?
that's chewing tobacco.
Oh, yeah, because it says about gum disease and tooth loss. So there.
That's pretty neat find.
Neat little find.
And this probably was another little shop. Oh, before I go in, see the light up there. That's pretty cool. Very solid construction, still standing. And lots of insulation everywhere. And bird droppings up there in the ceiling. And on the floor is rat droppings. So I'm sure they're loving all this insulation. We've made it all the way down to the head frame. We had to hike up over to get to here too. See some remnants on the ground here. Now this is where the hoist would have been bolted down. Think of it like a massive winch. Would have been a wheel right up there at the top. Very impressive to look at.
So there's an old wooden ladder.
All right, here we go.
Just stay back.
Oh boy.
So it goes down to that level, false floor, and then further down.
Continues over. Maybe from the other side.
Here, hang on.
Get a better.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm such a good shot. Okay,
That's fair.
fair distance.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to fall down there.
No. Let's make our way over to the other side and see if we can peer down that one. Quite a ways down.
Let me do another one because I think that one. Sounds like there's a.
Wood or something.
Yeah,
Maybe there was a
blocking it.
collapse. Collar collapse down.
So it's the middle one that seems to be the deepest. You can also see the electric cables down there as well on the side.
Right.
But again, wouldn't want to take a tumble.
Absolutely not. All right, everyone, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you for coming along to check out this old abandoned mining camp. We hope you enjoyed it.
Mining camp, ghost town, we'll let you know. And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure. Bye.
Do you enjoy what we do? Would you like more adventures? Maybe some behind-the-scenes footage? Then why not join our Patreon? It helps support this channel and these explorers. The link is in the description below.